So yeah, back to the Rushmore. Like if we, so everybody's going to say that, there's going to be 20,000 different Rushmores, but there has to be at least there has to be the objective Rushmore, meaning that it's a fact.
This place will become your home.
More than an opinion, right? Your fan favorites are is your opinion, your subjective truth, right? Do you know the difference?
Yeah.
Like, objective means that the sun is yellow.
Yeah, because a lot of people put their opinion in it.
Yeah. You know what? The problem is people believe that their opinion is fact.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm saying is there has to be a Rushmore that's at least factual.
Like when people say, LeBron's better than Michael.
Oh yeah. Well, here we go again with that. That's my pet peeve. There's my pet peeve right there. Whenever they do this, man, it gets on my nerves.
Oh, they were just talking about that on ESPN too.
What do they say?
That's Shannon Sharpe.
Oh, here we go. You should know better.
But Stephen A. He's got a little bit more
insight for it.
Yeah.
Somebody hit the emergency power.
Here's what I was gonna say. Okay, here we go again because we're gonna go back to this one.
You can walk. Set your boots on the line.
Watch every great. I'm gonna say this 20 billion times. If I can say it again, if you ever come back to the stream and you bring this topic up about the LeBron versus Jordan debate.
Mount up. Get the hell out of these caves.
One thing I'm always gonna say is listen to every great and watch how they have to soften LeBron.
Let me drive.
Because they can't. Every single one of them will say, what I'm about to say doesn't take away from his accomplishments. Which means what? He ain't did nothing.
He's been playing for a long time.
Yeah. Now, they're not saying, and then some of them will be like, well, he's my we're friends. I know him well.
You should look up when how old Michael Jordan was when he retired.
Oh, yeah, he was about 38, 40.
And,
well, actually, he came back and,
for the Wizards. Yeah.
Yeah, he came back and out of retirement. I didn't watch him for the Wizards. I accepted the first one because I was like, man, the Wizards ain't going to the championship.
He's probably just missing the game.
Right. That's
what it is.
I said to people like, man, just let the man. He's got to get it out of his system.
Yeah. But I don't think it was for money, right? He was already set.
Oh no! You want to know something? You want to know something pretty factual about Michael Jordan? When he joined the Wizards, that was also during one of the most worst times in American history. You remember what happened at this time?
What this around 2001? Oh, yeah.
So what he did was, he donated his entire salary to the victims.
Yeah.
He took his Wizard money and gave it to the victims.
So he just dragged that guy out the car and just.
But what I'm getting at is that's actually some pretty.
Yeah.
Like that's good character. Whether you don't have to like them,
Yeah.
but you gotta like that. That's gotta be up there. Now, going back to LeBron, what I'm saying is listen to all of these individuals. They're gonna say something. I heard Magic say it. I heard Allen Iverson say it. I heard Rodman say it. I heard Pippen say it. I've heard all these people. What they always start off with, they got to start off with a preface of, this isn't to take away his accomplishments, but he's not the GOAT. All of them are saying that, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if you have to say that first, that means he's not that good in the first place. Like, I'm pretty sure he does some pretty good stats. He's got some stats to write home about, I'm pretty sure. But even one of them was like, he's so much of a numbers game that it doesn't translate over to scores and or to wins and victories and stuff. And so as much as those numbers may seem like an impressive feat, it's not. It's not a victory because there's no victory that went with that stat. Like if we wanted to go look at this, if we wanted to go look at the latest stat that he broke, did he also win the game? And if the answer is no, then it seems like he was more concerned about with the stat than he was about winning the game. Which means his stats is his wins. Okay, wait a minute. Isn't the league paying you to win basketball games? Essentially. You know what I mean? I don't know. But just look. Whenever they say this, they never say that. They never say that about Bill Russell. They never say that about Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. They put those up there as testimonials, if you will. Like, who's greater? Then it's a discussion of clearly Michael's better. Clearly Michael is better. Clearly Michael is better. But they never start off with, well, this doesn't take away from Bill Russell's accomplishments. This doesn't take away from cold buddy. This doesn't take away from Magic's accomplishments. They never start that stuff off when you try to compare the two. Then if you're like, because remember they were having this conversation with Kobe and Michael before LeBron decided to show up, and they never said, like, when it comes back to Michael being the GOAT, still being better than Kobe, nobody says it. Nobody says, well, to be honest, this isn't to take away from Kobe's accomplishments, but it's got to be Michael, right? What I'm getting at is yeah.
I think I put it there, right? Nope, guess not. Can't take a fall. Oh,
Yeah.
Be like,
Wouldn't that be messed up? That's the way he died.
The connection. Truth has excavated a Forerunner artifact. We have to assume it's the Ark.
Keep pushing to the town of Boyd, Chief. 3 supply birds will meet you in the next valley.
yeah, he's what, in his 40s now?
Yeah,
Still trying to beat the stats.
Yeah. So I never heard them say this about any of them. But LeBron, that's what they do. Like, now Allen Iverson would tell you that LeBron is a better player than he is. That's why he started off like, man, we should go over that thing. But he did do that. Like one of the podcasts he was in, he was like, I consider LeBron better than me. So what I'm about to say is like, it's not saying nothing against him, but he ain't better than Michael.
Yeah, so people can't be like, he just mad because.
Yep. Right. And so there, I'm like, well, there you guys have it. he was in his thing, and it was him and two other athletes. I told you this before. 2 other athletes are, and all 3 of them played against Michael, Kobe, and LeBron. And I told you this the other day. One of the things that they didn't like was that they do the GOAT debate and leave out Kobe.
Yeah.
Because Kobe's definitely a tier up.
Yeah, I think so.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Pelicans are inbound with heavy weapons.
You know, it's coming from us. We're like casual fans.
Yeah, I'm not. I would
Anyone
catch.
can see.
Yeah, I would catch a game every now and then when Kobe was in it. Of course, the year that was his last year. I kind of want to see him walk off the stage, as it were. Like, yeah, he was like, it was a great run.
Yeah. He was a teammate of a guy that used to be
Yeah,
from Racine. Remember?
yep,
Racine native. From.
yep.
Nobody knows him outside of our city.
Nope. But I can tell you right now, even he wouldn't say that LeBron is better than Michael. Talking about Quran.
Yeah.
Ray, get to cover!
But whenever you put these two in there, whenever you say these things, and you know, like, and you're so, and what happens is that you will find out that these LeBron fans think that that LeBron should be above Jordan, and they'll put out these insane facts that doesn't even equate to nothing. Oh yeah, look who just got that stat now. What can you say about that, Michael Jordan fans? How about 6-0?
Yeah, he did everything in less time too. That's what I'm trying to
Right,
get
right. That's another thing. Why is it taking you so long to get there then?
at. Yeah. It took him. How long was his career?
coming in.
Yeah. Oh, 13 years.
I mean, yeah, Jordan's. Yeah, that was way less because I was in high school when LeBron started.
Oh, goodness.
That was a long time ago.
Well, so now some people think I was a Michael Jordan fan. I jumped on the bandwagon. That was never the case for me. Now, whenever I'm a fan, at the time when I was a Michael Jordan fan, he was considered an underdog because I enjoyed the man when he was in his rookie career, and he was doing I'll show you how I became a fan. Well, I kind of had a fan of him. So it was during the All-Star game, I think it was, where the slam dunk contest and all that stuff. And apparently it was Michael versus Magic, something like that. I don't remember exactly, because I was a little kid, like 6 years old or something. And my dad's like, who you want to go for? Well, I saw Michael Jordan's name, and I only knew him by association of my brother. Like, well, I don't know who he is really, but because I know how to say Michael, and I could see Michael on the screen, I was just like, I'm going for Michael Jordan. My dad was like, but he's a rookie. Why do you want to go for the rookie? I don't know. Ask me these questions like I'm not making an educated guess. This is an educated decision. My way of getting to this conclusion was because I got a brother named Michael who was born not too long afterward, a couple years ago. And the way it was, like, look, let me explain something to you. So as you know, my name being in the Bible and my brother's name being in the Bible, my mom and dad, or my mom more was more adamant about like showing our names in the Bible, like this is what it looks like in the Bible, right here. Kept on going through it. So then now when I'm seeing Michael on screen, I'm able to pick it up. It's not saying that I knew how to read or comprehend what I'm reading, but now that I'm seeing Michael from the Bible and Michael on the screen and Michael for being a brother's name, that's my association to the entire thing. And so here's this rookie boy, Michael Jordan, and I was like, well, I'm his fan. So I'm telling my dad, and then at the same time, now you gotta understand too, like as you well know, I'm a Bengals fan. I live in Wisconsin, but I'm a Bengals fan, right? This ain't like you knew this all your life at least about you knew this about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not just bringing it on you. He's just saying that. He just said that recently. I've been saying that since before you were born. Everybody knew that.
Like a bandwagon fan.
Yeah, I'm really not. And so I was a Michael Jordan fan, and I was like, I was cheering them on and everything else, and then my parents realized that I started to like them, and then, well, my mom probably, I think my mom realized that I put the two together, like, oh, he probably likes me because his brother's name is Michael. And so whenever he would play basketball, my mom was like, hey, Michael is playing today, and that would get me to watch the show. Otherwise, I could care less about sports. Then at the same time, when the Bengals were playing, it's a whole different season now, right? When the Bengals were playing, she'd be like, hey, your Bengals are on. And I'd be like, what? This is the only way you can get me to give up my toys. I'm going to go downstairs. But now, the beauty is we weren't channel surfers at the time. My dad wasn't. Simply because of the simple fact we didn't really have a real cable box yet. We had we had to, like my dad, you had to settle on the channel. Whatever that dial was on, that's where it was. We had those TVs. And then we had this, the only other thing we would have was like this UHF switch. I don't know what it was for, but it would change the frequencies to a different frequency. And you got to press this button. It was right next to my dad, and that was the only way he could change channel without having to get up. Because I don't know, whatever that frequency was, that's how you get to where it is, But we found like, and so he found this magic zone where it's not 12 or, it's like in between. And then once you press it, you get to the other channel anyways, which is like a local channel. Another one would be like a national thing. I don't know what the other frequency was. And so anyways, the beauty is my dad didn't, he had to endure the commercial, essentially, because usually he'd channel surf after the commercial. But then once we did get cable, though, now, first of all, now you can see the players. they didn't look like Atari characters. Yeah. they look more like a Sega Genesis before the cable showed up. And then our cable company, they gave us a new controller where it has this back function. You know what I mean? Like, so if the game was on channel 6.
Oh yeah.
And then you switch it to channel 13. Then you hit the back button, you go back to where you came from, so you don't have to worry about it. So what would happen is my dad, whenever he channel surfed, he would go to a new channel. He'd be like, well, I don't see anything here. Hit the back button and go, and that's how he was springing back and forth. And but that's how my mom got me. She was like, your boy Michael, your dad says you're, because my mama didn't know either. But she was like, the Bulls are on. She was like, you might want to tell your son that the Bulls are playing. And she was like, why does that matter? Because you don't like sports. He's like, Michael Jordan's on the Bulls. I was like, oh, so you come tell me? And then she was like, and then my dad be like, no, the Bengals are playing, because my dad's the only one who knows stuff. You know what I mean? Like, he's the only one who cared about sports. The rest of us kids, we could care less about it. And I remember my parents, they also bought us, I mean, this isn't an old toy or new toy or whatever. This is a toy that's been around. Those sponge basketballs with the nets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
like Nerf? Oh.
Yeah, like a Nerf. You mount it to the back of your door. And my brother and I, we would always try to copy how Michael Jordan glided. And then we would try to figure out, like, could we jump and then switch up and then switch out and then do like he used to do on the game? Like,
oh yeah.
Man, we was always on the floor. But what we used to do though after that, because we realized we don't understand how he glided. What we did was we would step on our tippy toe, and before we had to make the next step, we would try to do all that jump before we had to make the next step. And so that's how we did it. That was our fake way of getting it out of there. But so I was a Michael Jordan fan ever since. And it's nothing about his accolades because he didn't have nothing to prove. He's a rookie. You know what I mean? Like, he's a rookie. You don't. But I was just wanting to watch the dude because, for one, he was part of that All-Star game, whatever.
Lord
And
Hood, we made it.
but then he come to find out that he also went to the Olympics.
Fully uncovered, sir.
Oh yeah, the Drake team.
No, before there was an Olympics before then, and the only people that went to the Olympics were rookies. Of course, he came back with a gold medal. Even at that time, so he went and represented America at that time. Like, he went there and crushed it. Of course, then the Dream Team, I think it was Magic Johnson that told the league, man, we can't have rookies go. If you really want us to be represented in the world, you better bring in real athletes. That's where the Dream Team came from. Like, we got to be represented. And Magic was able to get that out there. But anyways,
Prophet of Truth has found the Ark. Our
like,
only chance of stopping him
the
is a
thing
surprise
is,
aerial
you
assault.
get these individuals who like LeBron so much.
Make a hole for the Admiral
They don't.
ships.
When they try to describe the reason why LeBron should be the GOAT, it doesn't add up to anything. Like, it doesn't add up to cents, let alone dollars. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, it's like you find a shiny new penny and you want to run with it. I got the newly minted penny. It's gonna be $1 billion in several years. No, it ain't. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be worth money. No, it ain't. Yeah, whatever you get for a penny, that's what you get with that penny still. Like, I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure they're coin collectors. But I'm gonna tell you that penny's still worth a penny.
Bear witness to its glory. Their dull eyes will soon.
Sir, open the door and we can drive on through.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah. I think you gotta open it on the other side, though. Right there, that button. I can't tell if you did or not. Yeah, there they go. But yeah, where was I? That's where I was at with LeBron, man. Like, I seen the man do nothing on the court. Like, when I'm seeing his highlights, I heard this one dude was like, "You guys keep showing nothing but LeBron bad stuff." Like, well, he don't got that many good stuff to show us. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing the man missing the free throw. You know when you know you're bad.
Atmospheric disturbance.
They did this for Shaq too early on. That once he got the ball, they wanted to foul him on purpose, so he could go to us. Because the most that's going to happen is he gets 1 point, never 2. So that's one way of controlling the tempo. It's not just the Bulls that did this, but every basketball team will, like, foul him on purpose. It used to be a joke where it's like, you sweat more than Shaq at a charity shot. You know what I mean? So they knew he couldn't make the shot. But then, like, then when you find this out about LeBron, where they fouled him on purpose because they know he's not going to always make the shot. Because they know it's going to be a easy 0-pointer. Because he's not that good at free throws. Like, hold on a minute. You gotta have some packages. Like, I don't know what LeBron's package is that he brings to the game. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what he does. Like he's really good at slam dunks.
Over.
Great. So is Shaq. So is Barkley. So is
Check your fire! Chief!
I'm losing some names. Yeah, but so is Magic. You know what I mean? Like, but if that's your only package, then I'm sorry, you can't be.
Yeah.
Like whatever he's good at, that it has to be the only thing he's good at, because I don't know of anything else. You got. When I told you, man, I saw him he stood in front of the defender. I mean not defender. He stood in front of a guy. He's about to shoot the ball. He's not even going to put his hand up to defend. Not about LeBron. Like, at least he would try to put your hand up to try to at least attempt to block the shot. You know what I mean? And if he's not doing that, but then he looks at the guy that's right behind him and be like, man, you allowed him to score on us.
We're down to our last mag, sir.
What?
The last one's had us.
You know what I mean? Like, we're in trouble. Look, there's a reason why I used to say this even about these video games. I still say it today. Like, if I was to stream a game and you guys see me do really well, like it's a team free-for-all or something, and I'm doing really good on my team, I'm gonna tell you something right now, the team is losing. Like, I could be the top shot on the team, but I could tell you right now, I don't got what it takes to carry the team to the victory.
Get closer.
You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm like, so I don't ever look on certain video games. Like I say this though, I'm gonna say this. When it comes to my friends, everybody on my friends list, there's nobody on my friends list that could beat me in any game, because I'll figure out a way to win. Like when I switch it on, this mentality of like I gotta go out there and win. They think they could beat me. They think they could get one over on me. I don't think so. I gotta show them how the game is played. Not only do I go for the win, but I also know some tips and tactics and stuff that you didn't consider. And because of that reason, you're not, because I know a lot of people go from A to B. I know how to find different routes from A to B, and I use that. So when my friends are like, well, let's do this, I'm like, no, we can't do that because I'm the only one that would be. It gives me a sound like, it makes me sound like I'm a pompous person or something like that. But no, I'm bringing out some reality and fact that, like, unless you guys could win against me, show me that you got a skill set that actually could match mine, then we don't have a chance against this little event that you want to take on. This one dude on GTA, like he says, Zeus, you're a level 20, I'm a level 500. There's no way you can beat me. Like, you don't understand how to play the game. You're under this notion that levels matter. I'm the guy that turns the map into a weapon, kind of thing. And then he was like, "You say you don't know how to play GTA." I'm like, that doesn't mean I don't know how. You forget, I know how to play a video game though. All games have the same laws that govern it.
Stand by. Something big closing in on your location.
Jay, I thought you were about to bite the dust. I thought you were about to bite it again when you fell down.
Find some cover.
That guy up.
Now.
Yep. Look like checkpoint is done. Oh goodness! Is that on your side or their side?
You better hope it's on his side. You talking about this? You better find a way to
Well, it says you gotta skip,
Oh yeah, we
kill
gotta
it.
kill him.
Oh, well,
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jay, you gotta go for those lights in the joints.
See, listen up.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I can tell you a game. So going back to one of my favorite gaming moments of all time. So we're going to talk about the